Hello there. What's going on, everybody? X-Men have arrived in Marvel Crisis Protocol, or at least the announcement and the official reveal has finally arrived, but they actually are coming very soon, Q4 2020. We're going to talk about this today, what we have learned, and we got some really cool images to show you as well. So this is super exciting. Also, if you are new here, there's still time left to enter to win the big $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. I'm going to be announcing the winner to that at the end of one of my videos during the Gen Con weekend, so make sure you stay tuned for that. There's still time left. All right, so we have X-Men. Now, this is really cool because a lot of people were thinking it was going to be a whole nother starter. A lot of people weren't sure what X-Men we were going to get, but Atomic Mass Games had teased that the X-Men would be revealed, and they finally did. And this is really cool because we're actually getting individual expansions, so you're not having to buy a whole nother starter. Although some people would have made the argument that, hey, you know what, a starter usually kind of gives you a discount, so you could have gotten more minis for a better price. But this looks really awesome, and one of the things that looks really cool about this is that we are getting, first off, a lot of the A-list X-Men. We're getting like pretty much a lot. Like we're getting Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Beast. For the good guys, you're getting Magneto, Sabretooth, Mystique, and Toad. I'd say that's probably at least 3 out of each of those sides. 3 out of the 4 for the good guys and the bad guys are like top tier ones that people wanted. So at least that were on my list. So that's exciting. That's really exciting, especially I think Wolverine, maybe most of all. I think Wolverine's probably going to be like one of the first ones that people get. So if you want that Wolverine and Sabretooth box, you may want to pre-order it now. But, dude, this is really cool. And another thing that's great about this is that they went with the 90s style, that Jim Lee, like that X-Men cartoon, that Saturday morning cartoon a lot of us grew up watching. This seems like it was pulled directly off of that. I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute, but the other thing that's really interesting is that the way that they didn't go with another core box. This was a deliberate design decision that they talked about. They wanted the original core box to be the entry point. And an interesting aspect of that is they have said that they kind of wanted to also expand on like who could be on what teams and things like that, the affiliations. And so you may see new people that come out have multiple affiliations. Like maybe, for example, you've got Spider-Man and you've got Avengers in the core box and stuff like that. So, like, you may see, like, oh, well, maybe Wolverine can work with the Avengers or some characters that are on that in other affiliations. So it's not like they're only going to be X-Men. So that's actually pretty interesting. One of the things I was wondering is if they were going to do, like, Blue Team and/or Gold Team. And since you've got Cyclops and Storm in the same kit, I think exists a big possibility for a lot of that in the future. But, boy, this one is interesting. Another thing I'm going to point out is, like, they've done some interesting base work on these. Beast, in particular, looks pretty cool. Magneto looks like he comes with his own terrain pieces with their own bases, which is interesting. So it'd be really interesting to see how Magneto is going to work. Storm appears to come with lightning, and I'm really curious how they're going to do Mystique with her shape-shifting ability. Looks to me like Mystique is going to be a little bit more of an objective or an assassin type character. So that one's going to be interesting. But man, and then we got a video. Then we got a video showing the molds and painted models up close. And again, they look like they come straight off of my Saturday morning cartoons in most respects. They look awesome. Like, this is the Wolverine that I wanted. This is the Beast that I wanted, the Sabretooth that I wanted, the Mystique that I wanted, the Magneto I wanted. Toad wasn't in the cartoon all that much, but I think it's really funny that they give you Toad here, and then at the same time, Darth Maul was just announced. So how funny will it be if somebody gives Toad a double-bladed lightsaber, like does a kit bash of the two? But another thing that's kind of cool is they have some alternate head sculpts. The sculpting department has come a long way, and they're actually including alternate build options for a lot of these, and we get some really cool shots at some of these. So first off, Cyclops. You've got two different versions, right? You've got the classic head with the blue on top, and then you've got the one that I grew up with. I was first introduced to Cyclops this way, was with the hair showing through. This was the Cyclops that I absolutely wanted. This was my Cyclops. So this is exciting, and he looks awesome, right? Now there's a little bit of an effect there. I don't think he's actually going to be shooting a giant beam, but you could probably do that with some acrylic, right? Like, it looks really cool. So that much is really cool, and I love that they in the video, right? Atomic Mass Games publishes video to social media. In their video, they actually have the classic iconic wording from the cartoon show behind each character's names. We've got Wolverine. Wolverine is got his classic rage, kind of like stretching those claws out pose. He looks good. He looks good. And one of the best things about Wolverine, he'll be so like I always struggle painting the eyes. And Wolverine, when he's got that mask on, the eyes are all white. So that much is cool. I'm looking forward to that. And he also has an alternate head sculpt we'll see later. We've got Storm. Storm looks great. Now, Storm is a little different than in the cartoon, because in the cartoon she had the silver bodysuit, and here she's got the black bodysuit, which is still a very iconic role for Storm. But I'm curious. I bet you a lot of people may end up painting her silver as opposed to like black and gold. That would be my guess. That sounds like a distinct possibility. But she's got the whole lightning base thing going on. That looks really cool. I'd love to see more of that. Beast looks pretty good. Beast looks really good, as a matter of fact. A really nice sculpting on there. Really nice paint job on all of these too, by the way. And he's on this giant piece of scaffolding, so he's climbing. Of course, he's going to probably have wall crawling or something like that. Beast looks awesome, and he also has another alternate head sculpt with like goggles, and we're going to see that in one of the other. Pictures. We've got Magneto with the really cool just everything. Like, right, he's moving all this metal. He's doing all of his Master of Magnetism stuff. We've got Mystique. I'm not sure how they're going to play her, but I do love the look. It's just straight out of how I remember it. A lot of people are saying, how come they didn't have Rogue and Gambit too? I'm sure they will. Mystique just makes me think of Rogue because of the cartoon. Toad, maybe my least favorite from this whole wave as far as just my personal connection with the character. But I will be, if they don't do some kind of joke about, do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? If they don't do some kind of joke like with the crisis cards or something like that, or the team tactic cards, I mean, it'll be a missed opportunity for sure. But it'll be kind of cool to see if somebody kit bashes a double-bladed lightsaber into Toad. If you don't know why that's a joke, it's because Ray Park played both Toad and Darth Maul, and they came out in fairly close proximity to each other, so Toad was basically Darth Maul in the X-Men universe, right? Sabretooth looks awesome. Looks really awesome. I love this. I love it. And having him going up against Wolverine, too, is going to be super exciting. And here we get a good look at some of the alternate head sculpts. If you want to do Wolverine with the mask off, I will not. I will have the mask on. So these two are both the head sculpts that I will not use. But I love that they give you the option, because not everybody's going to have the exact same preferences. Some people are going to prefer, I know a lot of people are going to prefer that Cyclops, because that is more reminiscent of the early Cyclops. At least as far as the head is concerned, and the same thing with Wolverine takes his helmet off all the time, or his mask off all the time. So that is really cool. Here you can see Beast with the goggles on, and he's reading a book, which is just awesome. I love that they gave Beast a book. I absolutely love that. Storm with the lightning. You can see the lightning on her pose a little bit better right there on her base. It looks kind of like what would be a good Force lightning for Palpatine or something like that. I wonder if you took Storm up against Palpatine, which will be interesting. You know what's really cool about this? This is fully compatible with all the rest of Crisis Protocol, right? So you can take the X-Men versus Thanos. Like, isn't that cool? I think that's really exciting. And then we get another shot of, and by the way, in this video they had this amazing diorama of Xavier's mansion. It looks really cool. And they also, in the live stream, they had this amazing Brooklyn Bridge battlefield that was set up behind them too, which also looks incredibly cool. So this, yeah, all in all, this is some really cool looking, like the sculpts, the paint jobs, everything looks cool. And at the end of the video, we get a really cool, groovy spoiler for Deadpool, which I can't even imagine how they're going to do Deadpool in a tabletop game like this. Is he going to have some kind of breaking the fourth wall stuff? Is he going to have like table flipping shenanigans, or maybe where he, like there was I wonder if he's going to have a thing where he drops his unit card on the, from at least 2 feet above, and whoever it touches takes damage or something like that. Some kind of like completely outside of the box, hilarious, ridiculous stuff. That would be some funny Deadpool shenanigans. But yes, these are coming Q4 2020. Very exciting. Now, here's something interesting to point out. there was a little bit of an emphasis put on getting these out. It doesn't mean that they're not going to make non-X-Men stuff. They'll still, they're still going to make more stuff that we've already, there's a lot of stuff already on the docket for Crisis Protocol. A lot of the Hell's Kitchen heroes, those guys are coming, and stuff like that. All that stuff was kind of leaked a while back, like Daredevil and the Kingpin and things like that. Those are all coming too, but there's going to be a gap when you get like this, which is like X-Men Wave 1. There's going to be a gap before you get like the next X-Men stuff. And they wanted to be completely honest about that. It's going to be a little bit longer, so it's not like you're going to see in January, you're going to see the next X-Men. It may be like, they didn't say specifically how long. So it may be 3 months, maybe 4 months, something like that, before we get more X-Men. My guesses are we're going to get Gambit and Rogue. I don't know if they'll be in the same pack or not. But I think Gambit and Rogue are going to be cool. And I really wonder if when they do Rogue, if she's going to have some cool synergy with Captain Marvel, because that's how she got her powers. That'll be really cool. I can't wait to see that. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you right now. Stay tuned as we get more information about these. We will definitely be bringing it to you. I am super excited. How many of you guys are playing Marvel Crisis Protocol? Let me know and in the comments section. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to share the video, click the bell for alerts, and follow me on the other social media, and check the links for descriptions to if you want to support on Patreon or merchandise. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much, and as always, have a great day.